as
Okay.
determined.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now a moment of silence. All righty. Roll call, all of us, 4 of us, 4 out of 5 present, 1 still coming. Keith, you want to read the mission and vision statement?
Sure.
Thank you.
The mission of East Washington School Corporation is students are empowered and encouraged to reach their personal best. And the vision of East Washington School Corporation is to achieve excellence.
Thank you. And now we'll have our superintendent report.
Okay, it's been a busy month. I looked at my calendar and it's been full of athletics and meetings. So yesterday I attended the Region 8 Superintendent's meeting and kind of learned the focus of their priorities for the upcoming short session at the legislators. Some good discussion. Obviously they're looking at the TAG grant, and they don't think any changes will be made to Senate Bill 1, but it is on their list, and some deregulation for some of the programs that we do, like early ed, our On My Way programs. And so that's kind of the key initiatives. It's always good to see the superintendents, and our executive director is retiring, so we have a new one coming in. So that's big changes for us. Then yesterday we met with Bartech for our quarterly meeting, and things are really, Bartech does a really good job with what they do and keeping our technology. They did get us information regarding, we had some questions on the security updates that we're exploring. They got all those back to me this afternoon. I haven't even gone through that email yet, but they did already get all the answers. So I anticipate having something to recommend to the board in November, and then we'll move forward. As far as the grant, we have not heard, but the stipulations of the grant say any purchase after October 1 would be okay. With the federal government shutdown, and it was a federal grant, I don't know. And so I don't want to wait any longer. We need to make these updates, and we do have the money set aside in our GEO bond. So we should have something at the November meeting for you guys to approve. Today I went to the Prosser district level meeting. Prosser has a lot of unique opportunities, and we do send kids. I'm happy to say that we've been able to send fewer students because so much we have to offer here in-house. Last year we sent 34 kids. This year I just saw the numbers, we're sending 27. So, there are some programs that we're probably just not, it's difficult in a small district to duplicate. And so there are those areas where we probably will continue. And it's nice to see Prosser they are utilizing the funds they get from the neighboring districts to really keep their programs state of the art. And took a tour. It was a good tour. And so for those students that are looking for something that we can't offer, it's still a good option. And then last week we had our Leader in Me district meeting with our coach. So it was just our district admin and then the principals, and we all met and kind of went back over our strategic plan, did some planning, goal setting. It was a good day. We spent the whole day with 9 of us just kind of working through things and setting some goals for us. She's updated our Leader in Me, kind of keeping us informed. So each building looks different with Leader in Me and that character education program that we've went with. But it's nice when they come together and meet and they start seeing how it fits together from a building level to the district level. So we did that last week. And then from that, Amanda and I worked on Friday developing a corporation survey. We just want to make sure that as things trickle down, everybody has an accurate picture of what we're doing. So we met, or I sent something out Friday that it was coming, and she actually sent the survey out today. And she's tracking that. So then we're going to kind of go back, and as we go through our PD days, then where we have gaps, we'll fill in there. And then we also, I don't know if you saw it, but the quarterly newsletter did go out. It's posted, and we're working on the winter one. It's posted on the website, and it's on the court page, and it's also posted on the Facebook page. So then from athletics, band earned third place at the ISMA State Finals last weekend, and the volleyball team won our first ever regional championship. So they'll compete at Bedford. So they had a really neat pep rally on Friday. It was fun. They did a really good job. I think Kelly and Sean worked to really make it a different experience. I think the kids enjoyed it. So it was a good time, and I think they're planning for another one this week for that. Then I also heard from Jonathan Pierce today. He is Congresswoman Erin Houchin's field rep for our county, and he will be on our campus next Wednesday. So he reached out and wants to know how he can better support from the federal level, and he's going to be here on campus next Wednesday. As far as I asked all three of our building level principals. We don't have to do school improvement plans every year. The state changed the guidelines, so we don't do a school-wide improvement plan for you to approve, but I asked them to set goals for the upcoming year, and they kept with the plan so that they can just kind of update. The elementary, she wants to, her goal 1 is to improve reading and math performance in special education subgroups. So I know she's presented and talked about our scores have overall improved, but she's kind of dove deeper into that data, and that's an area she really wants to work on. She's got a lot of data and I can share this with you all. And then her goal 2 was to improve student attendance and decrease the number of students who are chronically absent. And she had, I think her goal was 94% is where she wanted to be. So, and then her goal 3 was implement Leader in Me and increase student, parent, and teacher satisfaction overall. And, we talked about in the Leader in Me, we have great participation in a lot of things, and she's kind of targeting on that Leader in Me and how to improve some more instructional areas for our families. And then for the middle school, Amber talked about ELA being an area that she was really going to focus on, and that is her first goal, is just to improve our statewide assessment scores by 5 percentage points. So that's what she wants to see. And then for math, math proficiency ranged from 37 to 49, and they were near or above the state average in grades 5 through 7. And so her goal for this one is to raise it also by 5 percentage points and exceed the state average across the board. And then she wants her attendance goal is maintain an annual attendance rate at or above 94%. So that was. And then she also put Leader in Me as a goal, just to implement that as a staff. And I think that's neat to see. They did not meet to talk about their goals, but they very much align in what they're all trying to do. Darren had very similar. His SAT scores raised the overall SAT performance with a balanced growth. And then his graduation rate, we are been above 90% the last 2 years. That was a targeted area. Our graduation rate dipped as low as 80% the year after COVID. And so we have seen considerable growth, but his goal is then to see that above 95% by 27. So his 25-26 is 93, 26-27 is 94, and then by 27-28 he'd like to see that at 95. And he also has Leader in Me on there, is to implement and grow that program at the high school. It was a little tough when he was the high school standalone, only school using that program, and now I think he's excited to see how that grows and builds as we utilize it district-wide. And then the only other thing is just kind of an update. I asked Greg to reach out for transportation for a middle school solution for handicap parking. And he talked to local, he talked to the state, and they sent it back to the local, and they recommended, there's not really, I think he also talked to, and Greg, you can correct me if I don't get any of this right, he talked to the Travis Elliott, who's the, oh gosh, my
Building
life.
inspector.
But yeah, inspector, and he recommended we talk to our insurance agent about utilizing spaces that are marked off as, no parking, and our insurance agent said no. So, Greg's identified 2 possible spots that are kind of on the, close to the baseball field at the bottom that also don't have a 2% incline, and that is a rule, so we can't put them on an incline. They're not ideal because they're not super close to the doors, but really they're probably our only 2. And I'll work with Leah and Amber to get some temporary ones that they can put there. I think that's it. Questions?
One thought on that too, that side of the parking lot is pretty dark. I don't know if maybe we could get some light over there possibly.
Down in the corner?
Right where the dumpsters are at, would probably be helpful if we're gonna put handicap spots there especially. Just a thought, I don't know what access there is to
I'll
it.
talk to
like,
Aaron, yeah.
It would be helpful, I think.
You can get those solar pop-on ones on the inside too.
Yeah, and I don't know if all of our lights are, make sure just all of them that are working over
Well,
there, but it
sure.
is, yeah, I'll talk to Aaron, he's usually pretty.
Just tell him, they don't do it tonight, but
Yeah.
tomorrow will be fine.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Jones. My apologies for being late. At this time, we would have public comments. A member of the public may address the board. All right, no public comments. Consent items. Do I have a motion to approve our consent items?
So moved.
And a second?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approval of personnel changes. There are several there, and then there are a couple additional which you guys have on a separate sheet. Can I get a motion to accept those?
I'll make the motion.
And a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Action items. We have the ratification of the collective bargaining agreement. It is recommended that the board approve the ratification of the 25-26 collective bargaining agreement as submitted. Do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
And in a second,
Second.
any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of resolutions to adopt the 2026 budgets, capital projects plan, and bus replacement plan. It is recommended that the board approve the resolutions to adopt the 2025 budgets, CPF plan, and bus replacement plan as presented. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
All right, and a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
What, the outdoor improvements on the capital projects plan, is there specific things you've got?
No,
No,
but you
okay.
just have to list everything that could
Okay.
on the capital
Okay.
projects.
Okay.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of salary adjustments. It is recommended to approve the following salary increases. The school superintendent, a salary increase of $4,000. All 25-26 administrators, a salary increase of $4,000. Director of Building and Transportation Maintenance, a salary increase of $4,000 effective November 3rd, 2025. And all classified staff, a 3% salary increase effective November 3rd. Do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I'm thankful that we can do this for everybody.
I
I'm glad we
agree.
can do
I
that.
agree. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of curriculum guide. It is recommended the board approve the 25-26 curriculum guide as submitted. Do I have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the New Heron grants, those there as presented on the bottom of the page and then the next top of the page. It is recommended that the board approve those New Heron grants as submitted. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, and a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? We are thankful for
Thank
all of
you,
those
everybody.
grants.
Yes.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of donations. There are quite a few, but I'm gonna read them because I do feel like that's very important to give recognition to those that are sponsoring our special areas. So the first one we have, excuse me, for the high school, Blue River Services, $1,150 in athletic sponsorship. For the high school, Kirshner Family Dentistry, $30 for a yearbook sponsorship. High school, Mount Motors Inc., $30 for a yearbook sponsorship. High school, Walnut Ridge Tax Service, $90 for the yearbook sponsorship. For the middle school, Robotics, Samtech, $500. For the high school, Washington County Farm Bureau, for $100 for FFA. High school, The Feed Store, $100 for the girls basketball. High school girls basketball, John Jones Auto Group, $200. High school yearbook sponsorship, First Harrison Bank, $90. High school yearbook sponsorship, Stotts Orthodontics, $90. High school girls basketball, Brave Restoration, $600. High school girls basketball, RTA Playgrounds Inc., $200. High school girls basketball, MJ Auto, $100. And high school girls basketball, Casey's, $250. Do we have a motion to approve those?
I'll make that motion.
And a second?
Second that.
Any discussion? Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Again, thank you.
Much appreciated. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the second reading of the Neola policy updates, those as presented. It is recommended that the board approve the second reading of those Neola policy updates. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Approval of new policy 5530-01. It's recommended to approve the first reading of the new policy number 5530.01, drug testing, with the second reading waived for immediate adoption. Do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, board member comments or committee reports? Okay. The next school board meeting is scheduled for November 25th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And a second? I'll second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
It was.
I don't know what happened to me. I thought we were the same.